Recent storms have left behind an enormous amount of trash along the San Diego River, and your help is needed to clean it up. Well, joining us now are Sarah Hutmacher, Chief Operating Officer for the San Diego River Park Foundation, and Craig Gustafson, Program Manager for Think Blue San Diego, to tell us about a big community event that is happening on Saturday. Thank you both for joining us here on The Four. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Sarah, I would like to start with you, if you don't mind. What is the situation like right now in the San Diego River and the riverbed?
Well, as the floodwaters start to recede, what gets left behind, unfortunately, is a lot of wet trash. And right now, what we intend to see is that trash is scattered, it's stuck in the vegetation, it's tons of little small pieces, and we really need the help of some volunteers to help us cover it.
I don't think people realize what happens when it rains and what the San Diego River essentially becomes. What can be just a stream or a body of water during the summer and the fall months actually becomes a place where everything else flows to when we get the rains.
Definitely. In this last storm, today the river was up to 7 feet, and that's, in the earlier storms in January, it was up to over 11 feet. So all of that means that many, many feet of water, the river gets really wide, and it brings in a lot of trash.
So Think Blue San Diego is teaming up with this and obviously helping the San Diego River Park Foundation. What should people bring? What should they do? What should they know if they want to come down and help out this weekend?
Yeah, well, people can bring, little pickers and wear gloves. Obviously, we want people to wear boots as well because, there might be some muddy conditions and stuff like that people are going to have to go through. We're looking to hopefully get about 200 people in 2 different shifts to help out with the cleanup on Saturday. And really, it's about getting all those little tiny plastics and little pieces of trash that have come from everywhere, right? So it flows through that watershed, comes all the way from places like Santee and El Cajon, and flows to our bay, right? And so we want to take advantage, and we're going to be cleaning up from the 163 to the Fashion Valley, right?
Fashion Valley Road.
And for people that want to come out, is this appropriate for youth groups or scouting groups to come out? Are you preferring that maybe people have an experience with this type of terrain?
People don't need to have any experience to join us, but because of the muddy and slippery conditions, we're recommending that this is mostly for 16 and up.
Okay, and Craig mentioned 2 time slots.
It's true, yeah. We have a time where the first shift is 9 to noon, second shift is 1 to 3, and we do encourage people to bring boots, wear sturdy shoes if they have them, but we have all the tools and supplies that people will need to do the cleanup, so they can just bring their ready to work.
Bring your muscles.
Yep.
You'll be needed. You'll be used down there. Sarah, one of the things that we have been covering here on CBS 8 is the homeless encampments that have certainly grown in size along the San Diego River. Is that something that you will be dealing with this weekend with this cleanup? Tell me about the situation in regards to those encampments and what people might be encountering if they come out to volunteer on Saturday.
Well, this cleanup is working in an area where we've seen a collection of stormwater debris. So we do pre-survey. We're not going to be working in an area where there are any encampments. However, there's always encampment trash that gets washed and gets wet when people have no ability to leave during storms. Our organization has spent a lot of energy trying to notify folks in advance of the storm so that people could get to high ground and hopefully take their belongings with them so that they didn't become waterlogged. But this cleanup in particular is really focused on the stormwater debris, no encampments.
And Craig, we're almost out of time here, but I just wanted to touch on the point that this really is a special area of San Diego. Once we can get it cleaned up and beautiful, the San Diego River runs all the way through Mission Valley, all the way out east for people who may not even realize that. Cleaning it up is really important for us here in the city.
Yeah, it's one of our great natural resources here in San Diego, and we need to take care of it and preserve it for future generations. That's why I think Blue works with organizations like the San Diego River Park Foundation on cleanups like this. The River Park Foundation last year collected over 230,000 pounds from along the San Diego River. That's hugely important to preserve that habitat and make it better for future generations of San Diegans.
Well, thank you both for jumping in and getting involved in this. And if you would like more information on how you can participate, and of course you can put together a group, there's the information right there. It's happening this Saturday, 9 to noon or 1 to 3. Go to sandiegoriver.org.